Welcome to Gabbin with the Gals. This is a new little segment that's going to be what it's like if you just wanted to sit at the table and talk with us. Sleepover, mayhaps?
So it's a little slumber party vibe.
Campfire?
All of the above.
We've got candles lit, and if you're listening at home, light some candles with us. Now it sounds like a seance or something.
Yeah, now you're making it weird.
Never mind.
Everybody, if you're
Gather
at home
around
right
the
now,
campfire.
light your candle. Light your favorite candle.
If you're in the car, light a candle.
If you're in public, at work, on the subway, light a candle. Join us. Get into the right headspace for this.
For cleansing.
Yeah. Cleanse your soul with the gals.
No, the headspace is like truth or dare. The headspace is like, let's put his hand in a thing of warm water. That's the vibe I want this to have.
So true. We're going to be talking about anything and everything. So if you're like, are you going to be playing D&D here?
No.
We're just talking.
Go to the main episodes. We don't do that
There's
here.
plenty of that for you. I'm going to start us out. We all lead a different one, and I've decided we're doing ultimate fantasy favorites today.
Aragorn. Next question.
No further questions, Your Honor. And this, I think we're going to divide. I think this is going to divide the group.
Ooh,
I think
good.
we might not be friends anymore. I think you guys might not like us anymore after this. I don't know.
Yeah. Pillow fight.
Lily's just saying sleepover words now. Okay, we're starting strong. I should have sent this ahead of time, and I didn't. So
It's okay. It'll be like our first instincts.
Yeah.
It'll be our raw answers.
okay.
First instinct, best.
Top 5 hottest,
You should have sent it if you want
hottest,
top 5.
most attractive fantasy characters.
Karlak. This
One.
is hard. Karlak number 1, easy.
I think my number 1 is Geralt of Rivia. The book version, everyone.
I was going to say Robb Stark, the show version. 'Cause I
Okay.
haven't read the books. And he's 16 in the books, so Richard Madden.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Nice.
2, this one's topical. Sorry. And it might change. Zayden Ryerson. Halfway through Iron Flame right now, everyone.
Yeah, it could change at any moment.
So don't quote me on that. That one's recent.
Number
That one's
2.
fresh.
That one's fresh.
But like, everybody's got shower powers. First of all, if you've read the book, he does have shower powers, but shadow powers.
What's your number 2, Campbell?
Ygritte. My top 2 are both Game of Thrones.
That's okay.
Oh, that's good. Do you got a number 2, Lily?
My number two is complicated. I've talked about this before. Faramir in the books, Aragorn in the movies.
Okay.
They didn't do Faramir justice. Faramir, if y'all get particular, but
Faramir.
he's amazing. Yeah, I'm thinking about him.
Oh, this is tough.
Oh, no, let me keep thinking. Oh, Amaya from Dragon Prince. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
that's good, right?
I know. Once you start broadening your horizon. Kaz Brecker, 6 of Crows.
Oh, yeah.
3.
Oh, by the way-
actually, he's 2. Zayden is 3. Yeah.
Okay, my number 3 is Padme from Star Wars.
It counts.
It counts.
Star Wars is fantasy.
Star Wars is fantasy.
I would have to lock in my number 4. I know everybody's thinking I'm going to say Anakin, but I'll be going with
Red
Obi-Wan
flag. Okay,
Kenobi.
yeah. A wholesome man.
The older one.
The Clone Wars one.
The Clone Wars one. Yeah, true.
Animated.
The animated one.
Actually,
No,
yeah.
the animated Anakin. Animated Clone Wars Anakin.
Yeah.
When it's season 7. Oh my god. That's not one of my he doesn't make my top 5, but he's up there.
I was trying to keep it all women for mine just to represent us lesbians. But
You better put Kylo Ren on there or else you're lying to the people.
I know number 4 is going to have to be Ben Solo.
I'm sorry. I meant Ben Solo. I'm so sorry.
Pardon us.
Or you could say Alaric from Hurricane Wars. Also
Number 5. No, I'm kidding.
also dreamy.
The 5th one.
Do we think Arcane counts as
Yes, because I was thinking that
because
earlier.
I was thinking about Vi.
I was thinking about Vi. I think Vi might be my number 5.
Yeah.
I did
That's
consider,
a really good number
but
5.
Fuck, my other number 5.
my other number 5.
Number 5.
My new boo, Gale of Waterdeep.
Oh, yeah. Campbell, you may have heard that Campbell played 80 hours of Baldur's Gate,
90.
a 90, and acquired no bitches. An impressive feat, honestly.
But has
But has since then
a bitch.
romanced one
Successfully
bitch.
romanced.
Gale.
Well, I did.
The easiest to romance.
I did
Understandable.
Shadowheart, but like nothing was happening. Like her dialogue options never changed. So I was like, what is like nothing was happening there. And I also didn't have her like kiss option. So I was like, I guess we're not together. So I just like started romancing Gale instead. And he was like, let's get it. And I got in there. He was really easy to romance, but we were having space sex. Have you guys seen that one?
No, I didn't know you could go to space. I don't know. I know about Karlach, and that's about it.
You have astral. Most people who are watching this have probably seen it, but you have you have sex on the astral plane.
Damn.
It's fucking insane. And it was happening on the screen. And he's growing like multiple arms.
What?
Like new heads. To
I
go
wouldn't
in
like
different
that
places.
anymore.
And we're like wrapping through each other. And my boyfriend was sitting right behind me watching it. And I was like, I can't. I feel like I need to give them their space. And he was like, that's you.
Yeah.
This is the scene that you have worked specifically to try and get. And now you won't watch it because
After
you're
90
embarrassed.
hours, you were like, oh, I don't know if
I know. I was being a little prude about it. I was like, oh my God. It was awesome.
You're waiting.
Yeah.
You're waiting.
Anyways, Gale of Waterdeep, number 5. See you at home, baby.
Oh my God. I have my 5th one.
We have Gale at home.
I have it my 5th one, but I might not. I might have his name wrong. He's from Game of Thrones, and that's bad if he's my number 5. Is it Tormund?
Yeah, that's your number 5?
Yeah.
Damn.
What? I did not know
love
that.
Tormund.
That's a man.
That's a man.
Damn.
That's a man who'll treat you tough. You know, he's like, he sees a woman for what she is, you know.
And that's what I like.
As a tough
That's
woman.
what I like. I would like
That's
you to
true.
track down my attractive man
likes
list,
a
and you
strong
will
woman.
find that to
Yeah.
be a theme.
Yeah.
Because that's what I
they
like
all-
about Zayden Ryerson.
They all believe in their women.
He's
That's
like, I love you,
true.
I'm jealous, but like,
He's
you
like,
can
I'm
handle
gonna kick
it.
your ass.
He's like,
Yeah.
you got it.
Do you know what I don't like about him? And this is from a writing standpoint, not from a like he did anything wrong standpoint. So he's got his shadow powers. If you don't know, okay, he can control shadows and do whatever he wants.
If you don't know, stop this right now, go buy it and read it, and then come
Yeah.
back.
And I'm only halfway through Iron Flame, so I'm sure by the time this goes up, I'll have read the rest of it, and then the rest of the series is coming out. He is never using that really useful skill during sex. Maybe it's to like keep like a realistic expectation set for men during the sex scenes.
He uses it to protect them.
But he never, like, you know what I mean? He's basically got like 8 hands.
Lily wants shadow tentacles. Is what
I
I'm
want,
saying.
I want the shadows involved, and they never are.
No,
And-
because
but
it's-
I think it's to keep it like realistic. Of like this is something that is like this is a standard. Like you know-
Anybody can have the sex that's happening in the book.
exactly. It's like
I
this
don't
is
think.
like
I don't know. That's kind of if that's what she's doing. That's lame.
I think the shadows are like not him. Like it's like the shadows are something he can control, but it's like it's not like he is literally producing the shadows. I think he's manipulating shadows. So like then it would be a little weird.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm just
maybe
saying.
I would be into it, and the main character from this book wouldn't, and that's her decision.
Maybe they're getting there. We got 5 books in the
Exactly,
series.
Maybe Rebecca just hasn't thought of that one yet.
Maybe it happens in Iron Flame, and people who are listening to this are like, "Girl, just finish the book before you complain." Like maybe it happens later in the book. That would be so funny. If
Oh
it
my
does.
God! What if from like far away, he's like, I can't be there right now, but I can help take
No,
care.
he can't even control them from far away. That would be
would
okay.
be
Okay,
awesome.
now my mind is running wild.
Anyway.
Here's my number 5. My number 5 is an original character who is the like the guard in my original
yeah.
guard romance, and I have made him up in my head. And
So your husband.
You picked an
Yeah.
original character.
Yeah.
Your husband.
my husband.
The fictional version
Number
of your
5,
husband.
my husband. Technically, that's fantasy because it's a fictional version of him where he's.
Okay, well, I'll make the question more specific next time.
I'm sure I could think of more.
No, I guess your husband can be an answer.
Oh no! I guess that's too boring. Let me think of some.
And he can only hear it if he subscribes to our Patreon.
There was a lot of Game of Thrones representation.
I feel like it's such a
They cast a bunch of hot people.
and there's so much media. Like it's like one of the longest like
I could do-
running things.
I could
Yeah,
do,
when you
like
think
top
fantasy.
my favorite top 10 people just from Game of Thrones right now.
Yeah.
Like
Because if you think like Lord of the Rings, there's plenty of sexy people in Lord of the Rings, but there's also like the hobbits are like those are cute guys. You know what I mean?
Lord of the Rings
Like
also isn't
Yeah.
very sexual.
yeah, not that you can be attracted to the hobbits. I'm not. That's fine.
We're not hating on you if you've got a crush on a hobbit. Okay?
Not hating you if you like a little short king. That's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Arwen. We didn't say Arwen.
Yeah.
Okay, you say.
But Aragorn is my number one, and that's that.
I think if I had to pick the sexiest lady from Lord of the Rings right now, I'd pick the new Galadriel.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I'm thinking about that half elf from the Rings of Power too.
Oh my god.
I don't remember his name.
I don't either, but and I'm thinking about him. You know what I mean?
Next question.
I know what you mean.
I don't know how this one's gonna go. I don't even have an answer to this one. Who is the greatest fantasy character ever?
Oh,
Objectively.
easy.
I know what she's gonna say.
Literally, easiest question I've ever heard.
Who say it?
Samwise Gamgee.
Oh,
Done.
Yeah.
Not hard. And I'll defend it. And
It's
I'll
tough,
and
isn't
I'll
it?
I don't
stand by
have.
it.
Yeah, because like
I'm thinking about him.
Again, this is our limited knowledge of all the
Yeah.
fantasy in the world.
No, I have all the knowledge I need.
Lily's a literal English major, so it's like when you say like arguable best or like a
Like objectively.
It could just be
objective best.
It can be the love you feel in your heart. Samwise Gamgee is
But are
objectively
we
the right
going
answer.
like the love you feel in your heart, or the objective right answer according to
I'm looking for a
Mine is
an
mix.
expert?
I'm looking for can you have an argument that they're the greatest ever? Lily's, trust me, will be as emotional as it is logical. So
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker.
Oh,
Okay.
really good
That's
answer.
good.
Come on,
Yeah.
that's
they made
The tragedy of Anakin
11
Skywalker.
movies about that
yeah,
guy,
that shit's and they're still trying to make it.
and they're still
they're
I mean, that's the
failing,
whole-
but
that's the whole-
but you know,
he
That's the whole
he
story.
is the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
it's so true. I don't have an answer, like I said, so I got to think about it.
That's a good answer, and it's very intellectually defendable.
Yeah.
And also, Star Wars is, I know that I say Holes is the great American novel, but Star Wars is the great American epic,
Yeah.
which is a different thing. So,
No, I need an answer.
We've both given really like. I understand if you want to just go with the one that lives in your heart, because Anakin Skywalker, I love him. He's not necessarily my one that I hold really close.
I'm trying to think of somebody that like I could definitely have an argument for. Like I feel like
Okay.
there's some that are coming up that I'm like I don't really like them, but
Yeah.
like I could argue for them.
let me see if I can think of who yours is.
Oh,
Objectively, hard one, Surefoot from NADPOD Campaign 1.
Wait, what's the question?
The greatest fantasy character ever, objectively.
That's crazy.
that's a crazy answer.
That's a crazy answer, but I like it.
I like
No.
it.
The arc that he goes on, insane.
I'm not through his art.
You never will be.
All right. Well,
I will be it one day.
is he he's a human fighter?
Yeah, that's him right there.
All right. Well,
He's really hot, so that
Well,
helps.
but not
Yes, he is.
my Adventure Zone brethren will argue that Magnus from the Adventure Zone
and that's fine.
similarly.
And tune in next time where we actually argue these.
Best fantasy character, because then that could. I mean, we could be like Beowulf. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you could go.
You could have said that about any of these.
Somebody, yeah,
Yeah.
somebody who knows more about like history of fantasy is gonna be like, "Are you kidding me?"
No, they're not. They're gonna be like, oh, Lily's right.
Yeah, sure.
And they might.
Get in the comments.
They will.
Again.
Get in the comments.
This is based off our limited objective knowledge of fantasy.
I just thought of someone right before you said, whoever you said hard. Well, you said hard one, and it threw me for a loop because I had somebody in my head. It was like Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like
yeah.
an archetypal. I think that would be like another good
That's a good answer.
good answer.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm just obsessed with Robin Hood. I always have been. Like King Arthur, you know.
Favorite fantasy movie?
The silence is crazy. Okay.
We've never been that silent on this show.
Objectively, Return of the King.
Mine's a little out there. Labyrinth.
Oh, good answer.
I love that movie. I gotta watch that again. Nobody, I'm saying this and this could not be true. Nobody here likes that movie but me. And I say
do,
that.
but I don't love it like you do. But we watched it together, and I was like, I get it. This is awesome.
Would you watch it again?
Yeah.
Jared hates it. He's here somewhere, but he didn't say anything. You said Return of the King.
I was thinking about my favorite movie, which is not fantasy. It's a rom-com. It's Austin Land.
Okay, next.
It doesn't even
Get it out of here.
But it is my favorite movie. I love it so much.
Campbell's talking, Lily.
All I
Sorry.
can think about is Star Wars.
You can pick Star Wars.
Be Star Wars.
You can pick Star Wars. You know why? Because some fuckers are gonna have a very strong opinion about like, why are you saying Star Wars? She said
fantasy. It's science fiction.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. It is science fiction. I was joking.
Favorite
But it is
fantasy book? It's the ultimate fantasy favorites. Don't act like you're tired of it.
I can't think of for some reason right now. Like everything I've ever read and watched is like has left my brain.
Fourth Wing.
The
It's not my favorite book. I could think harder.
You don't have to. Mine is the sequel to Six of Crows, The Crooked Kingdom.
Okay.
I really like the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. If y'all haven't read those, they're so good. They're like classic. They're like, I don't know. They're just like fantasy.
Cable's chomping at the bit right
I'm a fucking fool. Y'all read Carry On?
Oh yeah!
My God.
I love Carry On.
That one's really good. I would like to say, as somebody who is outwardly a romance hater, it's just not what I want in my books that I read. I don't mind it, but I don't want it to be the focal point or to get the story lost, whatever. That's the first book that I read that romance. I was like, yes,
It
kiss,
So good.
kiss.
Yeah.
It's so good. You guys have to. I'm shaking. You guys have to read the Carry On
She's
trilogy.
reaching through the screen, through the microphone.
Through your ears.
Through
Look at me.
ear holes.
Look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes. You want to read the Carry On trilogy so badly.
You just got Jedi mind tricked. So
Listen to me in the ears. That's weird. Can you imagine saying that to
I'm
someone?
coming out to stroke your eardrums and tell you. Favorite fantasy trope?
One bed. No. Oh,
Who
this is,
hurt you?
oh, yeah. Who did this to
Who
you?
did this to you?
Yeah, that's good.
I love a reluctant hero who's like forced down the path, not necessarily like not a chosen one, but has to become the chosen one because the chosen one doesn't exist. Like a reluctant hero, not reluctant in the way
Well,
where they're
okay,
like shitting on
now
it.
you made Campbell and I look like
I'm sticking to my guns. you can pussy out if you want to. I'm sticking. Who did
well,
this to you?
my other answer was going to be like it was going to put me in a worse standing.
What was
gonna
it?
make me look worse. I don't know.
Oh, now she doesn't know what she was gonna say.
Like when one person is getting tortured and then the other person's like, take me instead.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you said trope, right?
Yeah, I mean sacrifice, sacrifice trope.
God, I don't know. I don't actually want anyone to get tortured for that long. I just want that energy. And then of course Princess and Guard, which is what my whole like
Forbidden Lovers.
my original story is based on. Yeah.
I also love like fated lovers, like people who are like meant to be together.
Oh, I thought you meant faded, like the love faded. I was like, oh.
Oh no,
I thought you meant like faded with a D.
no, fated.
Yes. Like I'll find you in every life.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a juicy one next.
Oh.
I'm excited about this.
Uh-oh.
Okay. If an author was writing about you, like you, in a fantasy novel, how would they like describe or introduce you?
That's really good.
It's a toughie.
I think like my opening scene would be like me and like a bat, like where I've like made some sort of mistake or like messed up or something like that, and like to get out of it, I'm talking my way out of it.
Oh, that's
Like that's how you would meet me.
What would you look like? Well, this is attached
How
to.
would they describe me?
This
It
is
would be
attached to,
it would be one of those annoying descriptions where it was like, you know what I mean? Like,
But you're like ideal fantasy character. This is also like attached. Like, what is the fantasy character of you?
oh, I was thinking of those annoying descriptions where they're like, she was so slender.
Yeah.
but she could lift 100 pounds.
That would describe
That would
Lily.
be me.
That's exactly what they'd write.
But yeah.
I think mine is like princess waking up late for a really important
Oh, I like
event.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who I would be.
That's yeah.
I think mine is like a very well put together, styled girl. You're like zooming in on her like in a bustling crowd, like in a marketplace. But when you get close enough, she's like running like a gambling or like something that's a little seedy. She's like running it.
Yeah.
And then eventually she ends up in a fight, but it's like she's going to win really quick and it's kind of silly. Like she's making everybody around her look stupid and then she
good.
gets out.
Yes.
Love it.
And she's definitely, I think the fantasy version of me would be an elf. And I know you're like, everybody would be an elf. I actually think I have the features that I would be an elf.
I think if I could grow 3 inches, I would have a big elf energy.
I'm a short elf.
We could be short elves.
You don't want to be something that has a beard? I feel like that's always your dream.
That's true. But that would be a human man.
That's not true.
or just a human with a beard.
A dwarf, a gnome.
True. But I like the elven quality of kind of like moving, like kind of being one with nature, like moving through nature. And I think my fantasy character would have that in common with me. And then I of course I would have a romance. It would be like,
Or it'd be like part
they
animal.
noticed flecks of gold in my hazel eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's how you learn what I look like.
Or it'd be like a humanoid animal.
Like a furry.
No.
Little freak.
Olivia, you haven't been beating the furry allegations for like 5 years.
Yeah,
now.
whatever.
Is Fursona on there?
No.
Oh,
Will be now.
should be.
No, I'm thinking of like there's like bat type people where like they kind of have bat ears. And,
I
like,
could see that for
feature,
you.
you know, like
Yeah, Oscar plays
there is a race.
there's like a race of tieflings that they all look like
Yeah.
bats.
I think it'd be something like that. It's like very animal like and sharp features.
Yeah.
Or like there you've seen like people who are like have like cat like or like tiger like features, but they're still like human.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I think I'd be human in a fantasy setting.
That's honest of you.
Oh, I'd be a half elf.
Oh, settled.
Good answer.
Figured it out.
I liked ours. I think eventually I'm gonna have us like I want us to like take a moment and like we're gonna go and write it and then come back in and like you've written the intro for yourself. Actually, no.
I just did.
No. You're gonna tell me what you are and what you want, and then each of us are gonna write the other person's intro because I think we'll leave in tears
that's
with
so
how
smart.
sweet we are.
Because then we can describe each other.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, because we can be. It's so hard to like
Yeah.
describe.
And then when fantasy characters describe themselves, they're always like, my cheekbones were too high and my lips were too pouty. I was so ugly. No one would ever love me. It's
I
like,
had
girl,
all the attractive
up.
features.
Yeah.
I think we should write each other's and it'll be really cute.
that would be really
Yeah,
cute.
and then we'll
okay,
describe
that's
each
a
other
whole
really cute.
separate Gabbin with the gals.
That's next time.
Tune in next time. Okay.
But not like next time. We talked about this on a hike that we took, but I liked it. It was like if you existed in like any known fantasy world book series already, what do you like realistically see yourself existing in? Or like what's the one that you like gravitate towards?
My one that I gravitate towards is Narnia. I mean, nobody's, you know what I mean? Everybody's just kind of chilling. There's animals, all your clothes are beautiful and comfortable, and the land is at peace. It's the golden age. Nobody's killing each other, which is like what's happening in every fantasy book because that's what makes a good plot. But if I was just gonna like go and vibe, I'm breathing that Narnian air. Do you know what I mean?
I long before Fourth Wing came into my life, I have loved dragon riding and being a dragon rider. I was obsessed with that shitty Aragon movie that they made many, many years ago. I watched it over and over and over again, and I was like, that's going to be me one day. My dragon's going to find me. So I'd be in a dragon rider series, but the Fourth Wing thing, listen, if you're like, there's a brutal college where you have to best yourself
Military college.
and you have to be the top of your class to even like survive, I'd do it.
Yeah. See, I'm going really like if I'm saying like my realistic answer, I'm going to Narnia and I'm chilling and I'm eating pheasant and fruits.
My realistic answer is I need to be ambitious, and in a world that it means it matters, my ambition matters, and dragon riding.
I like
I
that
think-
too. I'm still leading people into battle. Like, you know,
Sure.
yeah. I don't want you to think I'm just laying around getting fat in the palace.
Campbell, what do you think?
I think that I live in those illustrations of fairies from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Where I'm just a little guy with a strawberry on my head.
Oh my
And I live in a hole in a tree, and I have a mouse that I ride on, and it's just a beautiful.
And your dress is made out of a flower.
Exactly. I'm
shit.
just a little fairy that like lives in an acorn and like.
And Olivia's at War College.
Yeah. Every day I dream about like what is the life I want to live. I want to be a little fairy that lives in an acorn.
If I live in a fantasy world, I want to be living a life where I am training and fighting for my life. And unfortunately, that's just and you know what? That's really thematic for my life right now.
It is. You need that energy.
Yeah,
We is not the same.
because I'm chronically ill,
Olivia's fighting to survive every day.
just in a different
Just
way.
so you
So
know.
I would love to do it just outwardly and like with a little dragon who would talk to me.
Yeah.
I would love. Let me think how to phrase this.
Are you about to say something fucked up?
No, it's just no. It's two separate thoughts and they're a little tied together. But the first thought is I've tweeted about this before. I guess I don't know, I could go find the tweets from 2 years ago. But I'm really competitive. And it's like I was made to like lead an army into battle. Like I was made to like give a rousing speech like before before everyone like laid their lives on the line and we like mount like the cavalry mounts and we like charge to our deaths or maybe to victory. We don't know. Like I was made to like give that speech and then like lead the charge. But that's not the world I live in. The world I live in is like I can like coach a sport. You know what I mean? Or like play volleyball for fun. That's like that's the cards that I've been dealt. That's the hand that I've been given. And that's just what I have to make the most of. But does that make sense?
Yeah. But in Narnia, you'd be able to lead.
In Narnia, I would be able to. Yeah, I would be able to have that.
But then 90% of the time, you'd be able to lounge about.
And you win all the battles.
Yeah.
It's the best. Like you're gonna win.
That's good.
It's Narnia.
Campbell, your answer was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you had a talking familiar, what kind of creature would it be?
Little tiny, like, you know, those jellycat dragons that I have?
Yes.
I think I
Yes.
have 4 of them. I would just have like a fluffy, like useless little dragon. And that would be my guy.
That's good.
He doesn't get any bigger. He's just a little guy.
I like that.
Mine is a frog, but it has hummingbird wings.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
That's so good.
That's also what I would be if I was an animal.
Mine's a ferret, similar to Lyra in the Golden Compass / His Dark Materials series. Kind of like Pan. I know he's not a ferret. He's another version of the weasel family, but. Oh, he is a ferret. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I thought he was something else. He also takes the form of a red panda, which is so good.
Well, in the meantime, we named every long rodent.
If I had
We could get shorter. We could like chinchilla. We could like
Yeah.
slowly
We could
compress
start.
our conceptual rodent.
my fantasy world, if I was more religiously traumatized, I think I'd pick His Dark Materials / Golden Compass, but I'm not, so. I just would love to split my soul with a little creature and we're in it together. And that's a theme.
I just would love to split my soul.
Could be fun. What would your go-to mount be if you lived in a fantasy realm? But let me say, like, this is what every day, if you have to go to, this is what you got to ride.
I think I already answered this. In my fairy world, I'd ride a little mouse.
Yeah, a mouse. Okay.
There you go. Oh,
For anybody who reads Fourth Wing, this is a little conflicting. Griffin.
me. That's what I was gonna say, and I was gonna say like, sorry, Fourth Wing fans. Except I think the Griffin Riders are kind of the good guys anyway.
Going back to my fantasy princess, though, if I'm living my fantasy princess dreams,
Yeah.
Pegasus.
That's what I was going to
That's
say.
so perfect for you.
Mine's like Griffin and then Pegasus because dragons are cool, but like that's big. That's a lot. That's
Also, a griffin is
lot
like kind of
going on.
snuggly and cuddly, and I don't know, but I'm really obsessed with snakes, like the way snakes feel. And so I think if I had a dragon, it would have that same feeling of like soft scales, or at least like maybe like if it's my dragon, they would only let me like be close to the soft scales, right?
yeah.
And then the rest would be like armor, and they would be badass. So I like the idea of that.
Oh, I've never thought of that before. I guess because I always imagine their big like horns and like sharp ridges on the top of them, but they would have.
They're
like,
your friend too.
They would have like a soft little tummy.
Yeah.
And, like chest, you know. Oh.
and there might be spots like I don't know under their wing or somewhere that's also soft.
They're like it's itchy and you have to
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just think a griffin, like I could stroll through the woods on a griffin or I could like ride into battle, but it's like it's very utilitarian.
Yeah,
I could use it for a lot of
we,
things.
we,
And it could be a friend.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's my number one.
We both drive little cars.
Yeah.
So we need economic fantasy
Yeah.
mounts as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. I was like, if it's like what's the craziest? Everyone's gonna pick dragon. But if you're like, what do you have to ride like into town every day? Like when you want to go see your bestie, what are you gonna
Yeah.
take? I'm taking a griffin.
But if I could be underwater, mine would be like a leviathan
Oh, you can be underwater.
Oh,
or
wait,
like a sea serpent.
it's getting better in my head. I have 2 Pegasuses.
And you put one foot on each one, and they fly.
I have a flying chariot.
Oh yeah. Oh
Pegasi
yeah.
that pull my chariot.
They kind of don't. They have a rivalry, so they're always like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, horses usually do, which
Yeah.
a Pegasus is just a horse with wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about a horn?
No horn.
No.
Okay, oops.
Holy shit! You just suggested a horn on a Pegasus.
No.
An
I
alphorn?
pintos.
What?
Imagine a pinto.
Oh, a
Pegasus.
pinto Pegasus, and the wings are also like pintoed. Sorry,
be
that's
sick?
some horse facts for you guys. So
Horse facts.
Google it. Pinto, like a bean.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Favorite weapon used in fantasy. I worded the one this way because like
Lightsaber. I don't care if I'm basic. When George Lucas thought of a lightsaber, he was onto something that was
cooking.
He was cooking.
Magic.
That's
yeah. It counts.
that's anything. That could be anything.
That counts. We didn't ask for the most.
kind
We're
of
not
magic?
we're not trying to shatter the world here. We're just picking favorites.
Then what is after that, what's your favorite kind of magic?
The Force, baby.
Oh, really? Okay. That is like the Force is like extra vague. Force is like just doing whatever.
No, my favorite magic system is in Carry On, and it's like
like words.
yeah, it's all phrases. It's like in whatever region of the world you're in, like however popular that phrase is there. It's like, yeah, well, you guys have read this. Like the phrase is more, let me talk to you guys. Whatever region of the world you're in, like however popular that phrase is in that area that you're in, like the more powerful the spell is.
And it's like it goes back to like
It's like emotional.
yeah, it's like magic. First of all, magic is real and it exists in our real world. This is what I actually think. And part of what that magic looks like is music. And so like they'll use like a song lyric that people knew, hence the title Carry On, would be like an extra powerful spell in their case that they could use, which is like how magic actually works in our world.
And we'll get further into that point.
This is something that I could talk about.
Another episode.
Yeah, this is something I could talk about for a long time. But I do think magic is real. And just think about it. If magic is real in any sort of existence, you wouldn't call it magic. It would just be science because it's real and you use it and you can prove it and observe it. So it would just be science. You wouldn't be like, well, that's science and this is magic. Therefore, some things that we would observe as science are magic in our world.
Yeah.
And my favorite fantasy weapon is a cursed or enchanted sword.
Mm.
And to end this out, real simple. Just all you have to do is pick one: tavern, castle, enchanted forest, or a pirate ship.
That's really hard. I was like, Enchanted Forest easy,
Yeah.
and then you came in with pirate ship.
Castle.
I think tavern.
Oh no! Now it's like choosing between two abandoned children.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
They'll be
is.
fine.
Enchanted Forest,
She's locking it in.
because I'd rather poop in the woods than on a boat.
So true. And that was
With that, good night.
And with that, good night. We're tucking you in. We're all rolling over in the sleepover.
And we're kissing you. We're kissing you goodnight.
Unless you don't want it, then we're
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying good night.
We could kiss you from afar, or we could not kiss you at all if you don't want it.
It's that point of sleepover where we keep trying to go to bed, but we've kept talking, but now we're finally all drifting off.
Guys, my mom says we have to go to sleep.
It's 3 a.m. We gotta go to
We have to get up. We have to get up tomorrow.
Okay. Good night.
Guys, I have soccer practice in the morning.
Okay, bye.
Bye. You have to go to church with my family in the morning.
That's so real. Guys, put her hand in a cup of warm water.